If you love two people at the same time, choose the second. Because if you really love the first one, you wouldn't have fallen for the second. We're all damaged in our own way. Nobody's perfect. I think we are all somewhat screwy, every single one of us. I'm attracted to the extreme light and the extreme dark. I'm interested in the human condition and what makes people tick. I'm interested in the things people try to hide. People cry, not because they're weak. It's because they've been strong for too long. I don't trust anyone who hasn't been self-destructive in some way. Who hasn't gone through some sort of bout of self-loathing. You've got to bang yourself around a bit to know yourself. You can close your eyes to the things you don't want to see, but you can't close your heart to the things you don't want to feel. Things in life are not always as they seem. When you listen, for instance, to someone talking, there is another voice beneath his words. Even if you hear clearly what he is saying, the real truth is much deeper. A mega pint? I poured myself a large glass of wine. I thought it necessary. The only reason we go for the throat is love. Breathe. It's only a bad day, not a bad life. I think the metaphor broke my spleen. I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so he would stop talking so much. My tremendous intuitive sense of the female creature informs me that you are troubled. The only rules that really matter are these: what a man can do and what a man can't do. I just don't know if movies can ever be considered art, because there's so much money involved. It's all about commerce. I don't think art can come from that place. The only creatures that are evolved enough to convey pure love are dogs and infants. It's insulting to say that I spent $30,000 on wine. Because it was far more. I think everybody's weird. We should all celebrate our individuality and not be embarrassed or ashamed of it. She's kind of a walking poem. She's this perfect beauty, but at the same time very deep, very smart. Awards are not as important to me as when I meet a 10-year-old kid who says, "I love Captain Jack Sparrow." The only creatures that are evolved enough to convey pure love are dogs and infants. So are you here to hear the truth? It's full of betrayal. We're all a mishmash of extremes. I know that I have demons. I don't know if I want to get rid of them altogether, but I would like to experience them in a different way. Maybe go face to face with them. I've never really had the time to go to therapy. Well, here and there. But not enough to help me. If there's any message to my work, it is ultimately that it's okay to be different, that it's good to be different, that we should question ourselves before we pass judgment on someone who looks different, behaves different, talks different, is a different color. Unless you're in the room, you don't know if it's true. I have other uses for your throat, which do not include injury. My body is my journal, and my tattoos are my story. Music touches us emotionally, where words alone can't.